Honey, I know that we're tied up, and I hate to admit it, my tears dried up. This story's over, we're getting older, we're never sober, I'm so hungover. But inside I know there's still a light that keeps us together, and there is no thing I would rather have. Together with our alliance, it shouldn't be rocket science. Hey, if I'm being honest, we're just feeling lost inside. Together with our alliance, it shouldn't be rocket science. Hey, if I'm being honest, we're just feeling lost inside. Baby, I know that I fucked up, but hear me out just a minute, I'll say what's up. We can't be broken by words unspoken. Our life's an ocean, but right now it's frozen. but inside I know there's still a light that keeps us together. And there is no thing I would rather have. Together with our alliance, it shouldn't be rocket science. Hey, if I'm being honest, we're just feeling lost inside. Together with our alliance, it shouldn't be rocket science. Hey, if I'm being honest, we're just feeling lost inside.
They say that we're too young, I hate it. They say we're being dumb, so let them talk. We're living on the run, we'll make it, you and I. I know that we're not sober, but shut up and pull me closer, yeah. Holding me still too far away. Even when we're older, I promise that I'll still hold you like we're 17 and we're not afraid of making mistakes. We're 17 and we're not afraid. They say that we're too young. Can we go back? Can we go back? Won't fall apart, don't let my heart break. Can we go back? Can we go back? Like we're 17 and we're not afraid. They tell us that we're wrong, we might be. This life, it isn't long enough to feel. My love for you is strong, I'm fighting you and I know that we're not sober, but shut up and pull me closer, yeah. Holding me still too far away. Even when we're older, I promise that I'll still hold you like we're 17 and we're not afraid of making mistakes. We're 17 and we're not afraid. They say that we're too young. Can we go back? Can we go back? Won't fall apart, don't let my heart break. Can we go back? Can we go back? Like we're 17 and we're not afraid. I know that we're not sober, but shut up and pull me closer, yeah. Holding me still too far away. Even when we're older, I promise that I'll still hold you like we're 17 and we're not afraid of making mistakes.
lot of danger, and it's all in your name. So don't just cough it up and throw it out and wash away. I wish they wouldn't take you, so please take me. I already know what it's like to let you go. I see your ghost. So what if I was capable of faking our love? What do we do? And what do we know? None of you. It was all for show. Why do we choose? And what have we chose? None of you. It was all for show. High above the world. If you're alive, please let me know.
Hello, guys, and welcome to the ESL 1 Malaysia 2022 closed qualifiers. We're here in the final day of a European DOTA, watching the semi-final, the semi-final that leads to the grand final. It's between BetBoom team and Gaimin Gladiators. One of these teams will be facing off against Entity, who's waiting for them in that best-of-5 grand final. And to watch this, to cast this comment and commentate this wonderful encounter with me, I have Dota 2 Bowie. My name is Al Plus, that's it for today, and Bowie will be joining us just here for the last day. Hello, Bowie, how's it going?
Hello, I'm doing great. What about you?
Yeah, doing great. I had to listen to the whole playlist myself. The audio writing is screwed, so I'm pumped. You know, that's what I have to do every day.
I feel like I'm at the Stockholm Major again because we have Gaming Gladiators and BetBoom.
Oh, right, yes.
And they are waiting for, I guess people definitely kind of grew up and accepted that Entity is an amazing team now. But a lot of people would expect these two guys to be waiting, one of these two guys to be waiting in the finals. So kind of crazy that Entity is doing so well. I mean, not really that crazy, but also kind of sad because one of these two teams will be taken out into the finals.
Yep. BetBoom, as per usual, has been showing us some creative strategies here, which is always fun to see. We got to see a little bit of Coddle Bounty Hunter yesterday, which we didn't really pick up on how strong that would be. That was really fun. So that was very enjoyable.
By the way, I'm not sure if you were a Diracho enjoyer, but I do love his stream, and he's been playing a lot of Carry Bounty Hunter on his stream. So maybe you could see them picking the Bounty Hunter core, but playing the safe lane position.
Could be. I don't mind that. I know Tofu has also been doing some crazy things. I don't know if you saw his Arc Warden support the other day as well, which was very, very fun.
Oh, did he play on ESL, like on the main?
Yep. He lost with that, but no, that was a thing.
Okay, all right.
I mean, if you've, I don't know if you've seen it at your high level of Mortal Pubs, but it is a thing that people are starting to do. This Arc Warden support. I was kind of curious. No, for now, we're not seeing anything too special, right? We have the Warlock, very typical pick these days. Pretty normal draft for BetBoom. I guess because they banned the Hawk heroes first, so I guess he couldn't do his cheese, as he usually does. And for Gaming Gladiators, also similar idea, right? Surprised, though, by the choice of Dawnbreaker with Bristleback as opposed to, say, Dazzle. Perhaps they wanted to avoid BetBoom snapping that away from them.
I'm not really sure. So I guess there's a lot of value on the Dazzle when there's Bristleback, right? It's kind of similar to the Husker in a way, and they compensate that with an IO. So I think this is just a celery IO. Usually they do play Dawnbreaker on Tofu, although they flex it for Boom sometimes.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? It's the whole point of that he's like the Bristleback partner here, right? Or that's the goal, no matter what. It's interesting that BetBoom decided not to ban it whatsoever and just let it through. I mean, I know Dazzle and Bristleback is the combo right now, but I feel like IO is still equally as strong. You know, not much of a difference.
Yeah, but then you're giving the Beastmaster away for Ace, and it definitely feels like in most games he gets the Beastmaster. I mean, most offlaners, the Beastmaster hero is just so strong. It's really hard. You have to pick your battles. They decide that giving the IO away is the decided option. Kind of crazy also that, in the past we used to see Disruptor being picked against Io. But that hero is kind of dead, so Warlock's going to be the way to go here.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like Warlock is just the flavor of the month anyway, right? So you're just kind of looking for a hero that can also do a lot for BetBoom. I think the Fatal Bonds combination with Zeus and with Tiny is also pretty good. Anything that deals area damage. But again, this is not a very BetBoom-oriented draft. I mean, usually they pick the Hawks hero early. They give Notice the big win condition. Laurel is a fan of the Coddle, right? But it seems more like we're going for a more traditional draft that we see from literally every other team, which is interesting to see. Usually have very clear and unique ideas on this team.
Yeah, they're definitely flexing it a bit here. I don't remember seeing Laurel playing mid Tiny recently, so probably going to be a mid Zeus because they already showed the Warlock anyways. Which means we might see the offlane hero being picked up next for BetBoom, but for Gaming Gladiators, they're losing a lot of reserve time here.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
I mean,
you see the Warlock, right? That's going to be your the 5. They could pick their offlaner as well.
But then you reveal the Dawnbreaker. I guess Dawnbreaker can be flexed to mid. Okay.
Oh, wait.
The 5. Interesting.
So it's mid Dawnbreaker, all right, or offlane Dawnbreaker.
Yeah. What I'm interested by this though is it's core Dawnbreaker of some kind. Is because like Witch Doctor is usually put in the safe lane, right? So are you laning the IO with the Bristleback here still, or are you laning IO with Dawnbreaker and then combining Bristleback? Is Witch Doctor plus Bristleback a okay lane? I'm surprised by this pick, honestly.
It really depends on the offlaner. I think
Sometimes
there's
lucky,
a lot of
sometimes
potential
unlucky.
just because of the Maledict. So Timber
Unlucky, I
is
guess.
not banned. Are they just not banning Timber, and that's why they picked the Witch Doctor here?
That's a good call. Actually. Are there any other tanky heroes that particularly might come to play? Like the Witch Doctor also counters? Oh no, they're banning Timber
All right,
anyway.
so
Okay.
I see. Yeah, there was the 18 there, so they just want to make sure that they're not gonna pick it. It kind of that's a pretty interesting decision there. You don't see that very often, but I'm fine with it. They obviously wanted to ban the Viper more than they wanted to ban the Timber, and now time to remove some mid heroes here. Storm. That's, I guess it's mid Zeus for sure, because I don't think you would ban Storm unless you're playing mid Zeus, because that hero is pretty trash right now.
Yeah. They got rid of the Ember as well. I think that was the first indication. Like, Ember's also pretty trash.
Yeah. Okay, so what else do you take here? Okay. No, they actually play Carry Night Stalker for the Hawk, right? One of the games qualifiers.
Though I think that is Bloodseeker carry for them. They've been having a favoring for him. I think Bloodseeker carry is decent against the Bristleback as well, because he does carry percentage-based damage in that shard.
True.
I want to see what Gaming Gladiators does as their final pick here.
Yeah, the Brewmaster would be amazing just for the AoE Fatal Bonds removal. But if they don't have that... Okay, so no Visage or Beastmaster.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, so it's offlane Dawnbreaker.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right, so strong lanes. You add to a Puck to it. I don't think Puck versus... I mean, every time I talk to mid laners that play Zeus, they say that they destroy Puck. So I'm always surprised by this.
I feel like what the Puck brings here is the mobility so that Dawnbreaker can join. I feel like Coil into the spells with Dawnbreaker OT is a kill every time. They don't have any saves on BetBoom, so that's probably what they want. It's not about winning the lane, but about killing the Zeus consistently throughout the mid game.
Okay. That's fair enough. I mean, I was talking about, like, the game in general, actually. Like, he talked to Analog about the Puck matchup. He thinks that Puck gets close to Zeus, Zeus bursts him, and there's, like, no chance. Like, he's not like the Spirit Bros. He needs, like, some sort of, like, a lot of help.
Bounty hunter.
Oh, there we go. So it's...
It's
Wait,
awfully-
what?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It has high armor.
Bounty?
I don't know. It's core bounty. I mean, it just doesn't pop up very often. But maybe they could play offlane Tiny mid bounty or some weird thing like that. But yeah, I am fine with this bounty. It has high armor. The track actually allows you to distance yourself from the Bristleback pretty well. All right, I'm ready to be impressed here by BetBoom. I still feel like Bristleback's kind of broken. And sure, they have some answers to it, but this Io Bristle to me is crazy strong. You have 2 heals coming from Dawnbreaker, Rich Doctor. I'm going Gaming Gladiators, but I wouldn't be surprised to see this Bounty Hunter just go ham because I don't feel like they can really pressure him in lane too much.
Okay, all right, fair enough. He does seem good against these tanky heroes. Tanky melee, right? It's Bounty's specialty because you don't need to kill, you just need to steal gold. So Bristle should be weak against him. And I like your point about the armor. People often they underestimate Bounty's armor, right? But at the same time, base armor, mind you. At the same time, last time I've seen the Bounty, at least successfully in the offlane, right? It either feels like you have some sort of steroids for the Bounty, like we saw Coddle with him, for example. We saw like you can get him a really strong lane that destroys like a Juggernaut or Lifestealer. Or alternatively, the hero feels a little bit lackluster, you know? Like he feels like he falls off a little bit, his axe comes a little bit too late. So I don't know if I'm super sold on this. Last time we saw the Bounty, I think it was stronger. Maybe there's a combo here with Fatal Pawns that I'm not seeing, Bowie, but I think it's just kind of okay as a pick.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem. Like, the eggs, if you have a mediocre game with Bounty, the eggs take so long because this hero just doesn't farm. He's also, like, kind of Pipega in terms of rotations. Like, you're not afraid of the Bounty Hunter ganks. The heroes on the side of Gaming Gladiators are also kind of tanky or hard to kill because the Puck, the Bristle, they have a lot of heals. But we shall see. We shall see. They did overall last pick this, so they're very confident. We'll see what Notice can show us.
Yeah, I mean, they've just been really, really big fans of the Bounty recently. And we've seen it a little bit. I don't know if the Hawk learned this in Riyadh, but in Riyadh, Saberlight was trying it out.
God.
And he gave it
Rehab?
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, the recent line. And he gave it to an idea.
Oh.
Yeah. And the Riyadh Masters. And he gave it as an idea to, like, other teams as well, so other teams start doing the Bounty offlane more commonly as well. Saberlight, I know, is a really, really big fan of this hero. But once again, it feels like a feast or famine hero, unless you have a really good matchup or a team that can play around him. So we'll see. I mean, I'm excited to see BetBoom make it work in a more traditional setting, because this proves the hero is good overall. Don't try it in your pubs, though. If you play Bounty offlane in your pubs, you are going to suffer.
Yeah. Your team is going to desert you.
They're going to desert you. Some people are going to ban. If you play in C, you play anything that's not a real offlaner or a carry in the offlane, and they're going to abandon. Luckily now, I guess half the countries in C are banned, so we're good now. And if you play like in an uncoordinated pub, you don't utilize the track effectively, right? So this hero feels incredibly bad. I really do not recommend it unless you like playing with a stack.
Wait, so they're saying there are coordinated pubs?
Yeah, I think so. Just by chance, right? Have you never gotten one of those?
Some, I guess maybe once every month. There's a pub that's not insufferable.
No, I feel like there's occasionally the one guy where like he types GLHF beginning of the game, super positive. He's usually playing 4 or 5 because let's be honest, and he ganks with you. He repairs the smokes. He's like really on top of his game.
High five.
Yeah, he's
That's
high-fiving
true,
you every time you get a kill. Yeah.
Okay.
Pubs go in 2 versions, right? There's either that guy or there's the other guy where you start the game, he's singing in his mic, and the moment that you miss a last hit, he will take over as your carry, even though he is playing Pudge 4.
Dude, South America, like we have I'm sure that we have the lowest quality mics in any server, dude. It's so insufferable. Sometimes you get these PMA guys, and they start talking, but their mics are so insufferable that like you have to mute them. And it's tough because you're like, okay, this guy is definitely happy. Like, he should be an asset, but his microphone just makes him impossible to tolerate. Like, I just cannot tolerate bad mics. It's rough.
And see, the mics are pretty good. It's only the people that sing that they've all joined together into having bad mics for some reason. And it's way too common for people to sing in the server. I've never seen it as much. As Duracho, he gets launched over to Noticed. I don't think they're that bothered by this. They forgot the bounty. Someone grab the bounty, please. Thank you. And now they chase after Gilgur, who actually steals the bounty from Celery. Let's go, Gilgur. Who, by the way, in case you are wondering, why is Gilgur on this team? Force Major is not being kicked. It's just that he's ill, he's unavailable, and that's why Gilgur is standing in. Gilgur from Hellraisers. They tried to qualify to the ESL in Malaysia through Opens, but they unfortunately did not make it through, unlike BetBoom.
And now one thing we didn't talk about. Do you have an opinion on this for Witch Doctor here?
Oh yeah, true.
I'm not sure how much of a believer I am of this.
To be honest with you, I think Tofu got some sort of message. Like he got DMs like, I bet you can't play weird fours. Tofu, I always see you play Marcy. What is this? And now he's been playing Arc Warden, the Witch Doctor. This is diversifying his hero pool. I'm not sure. Well, Dawnbreaker seems like a good lane, right?
Yeah.
What's your concern?
It's just my concern is that he's not a hero that really has any reach, right? They do compensate that with the pluck. But I just feel like he's a 4 that even if you buy the items you want, you just die early in these fights. Like, you don't want to be... For this Witch Doctor to cast any spells, he has to be relatively close, and then this bounty, even the tiny, can just burst him every fight. That's pretty much the thing I'm afraid of. Like, even if he gets items, it feels like it's not going to matter. But I'm always ready to be proven wrong, you know? Having Ags on Witch Doctor, that's always the dream.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it seems like a game where Axe would be pretty brutal, right? This game, like the bounces get to the Zeus. The Zeus all of a sudden is dying to a death ward that's miles away. That's
You can yeah, like if you can wait for the golem, then there's not that many cancels. Although if there is Ags on this bounty hunter,
yeah,
it is pretty annoying. We're always gonna get it canceled.
I feel like you need BKB if you really want to abuse the death ward this game because. You have the bounty shuriken, like you pointed out, and also the Zeus eventually, right? With Nimbus and Thunderbolt.
True.
A lot of mini stunts.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe you just go for the healing build here. You get like I'm very curious to see how it's going to itemize because I feel it's here doesn't scale. But maybe they just want a strong lane, and the win condition is the bristle. It doesn't matter.
Maybe you go for the healing build. Eventually, someday he'll take points and do the right thing. You know who is going for the healing build is this Bloodseeker plus Warlock. It's actually the second time I've seen BetBoom run this lane, and I honestly don't. It's like okay. It feels very lackluster because it's just double heals. I guess you can never kill the Bloodseeker, but it doesn't feel like you do that much in combination. However, they've been managing to do a decent job of out harassing the Dawnbreaker. To be expected with this many heals.
Yeah, I kind of expect him to get Fatal Bonds level 2, level 3 on Sonico. Because as you said, he already has a lot of sustain. They are doing really well in the lane. So, could be a way for them to start actually dishing more damage.
I don't think you ever hit a blood right here unless Gaimin Gladiators wants to, and apparently sometimes they just want to bathe in Bloodseeker's blood. That's kind of interesting. No, Tofu. Oh, Tofu, no. That is not the Maledict play. That is not the play. Thirst is still up on the Hawk. Oh, but they're afraid. And in fact, the Hawk, wary of the Dawnbreaker, clever about this because Ace, too close by. They're going to respect that. Good job, the Hawk. It's actually hard as Bloodseeker not to just go, kill support, and run straight through.
Very true. You're a Bloodseeker enjoyer, right? Isn't that one of your favorite heroes?
It is my favorite hero. Yeah, I would have run for the Witch Doctor. Let me tell you right now. But that's why I'm not as good, or even I think I'm not even half as good as the Hawk. Not even a fourth, actually.
Pretty sure you are. Come on,
No.
don't say yourself forward.
No,
Short,
no.
dude.
The Hawk is incredible. Have you seen his body mass? The Hawk could lift me like he lifts my MR.
That is very true. The Hawk is huge.
Mm-hmm.
But
Did you see in Stockholm
back to-
that they had to put him further apart from his teammates in that cramped room in the group stages because he literally did not have enough space for his arms?
oh yeah, I mean he had a room only for his arms.
Yeah, that was the hardest part, man. It was the Hawk in one room and everyone else in the other.
And you know how expensive Sweden is. Like they actually it's rough. I'm sure ESL is still kind of recovering from the bills of having to have a room only for his arms.
Yeah, they tried to cancel his visa, and instead it was Mind Games who got canceled. Wrong team. Anyway,
TP from Celery Mid here gets the bottle refill.
yeah.
What a bro.
Oh, but he gave it back to Boom, huh? Not the, Boom didn't heal Celery.
Oh.
Isn't that better? Oh
Poor
wait, actually
player.
no, because Tether is only level 2, right? Yeah, it's not better. Never mind. Sorry. I'm so used to the old
yeah.
IO. Always heal IO, but you have to have 3 points in Tether now to actually be worth it. Yes, very true. Now he's back with the BB. Look at this combo.
Now
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just rushing a Vanguard on notice here. What is the? Oh no, that's gonna be a Hood on him.
What do you think of Hood versus Vanguard this game? Oh wait, sorry, this one. There's an attempt on someone's life, and it's the Pucks. However, Boom has a silence. Now the Azure. Law's not gonna be able to do much. Auto attacked him a little bit. Yeah, what do you think of Vanguard this game as opposed to Hood? Sorry, Hood as opposed to Vanguard for the battle.
Or notice. Yeah, it's weird, right? Because on one hand, there's a lot of magical damage coming from the Puck, coming from the Witch Doctor, even the Dawnbreaker. But I think if you just wanna passive farm the eggs, the Vanguard is better. Like you can tank waves better. I'm not expecting such a high tempo draft because this Tiny needs Blink, right? Sure, the Bloodseeker can fight early, but even the Zeus, not necessarily a high tempo hero because the OT cooldown. They're actually just taking the tower.
Snapped by Laurel. He doesn't seem to care. He just wants to make sure he can get the jump off as Tofu joined in as well.
Okay. Good defense, but a lot of the tower damage. You don't expect the mid Zeus to be doing 90% damage to the tier 1 tower at 6 lanes, and Diracho dead.
Diracho gets killed on the top lane thanks to Thunder God's Wrath, which you noticed encourages. Now Celery could be in trouble. Noticed is not going to stop chasing you, Celery. So, oh no! The tether didn't actually pull him anywhere. So that's going to be just another kill here for Noticed. I think the first one was also a track kill. We couldn't catch it because Zeus just surprised us with the Thunder God's Wrath.
Dude, that level 6 power spike on Bounty Hunter always surprises me, like how strong it is. And we talked about this, like usually Bristlebacks, they can zone most carries, but that BH with no items has 10 armor. So he can't really zone him, he gets the fast level 6, just solo kills your Diracho BB. Yikes.
Yeah. That isn't ideal because the Bounty Hunter can snowball out of control. Usually they go for the Hood or Vanguard as first item, and we're going to see it now. That's the Hood already completed. And then into the face boots as well. And then you go straight Axe, right? Which we've already talked about the strength this game.
I mean, this is the dream start here. You get First Blood. He's actually top of net worth by like an amazing margin. He's 1,000 gold ahead of the Ace Downbreaker.
Yep.
TP. Another thing that kind of worries me here for GG is that we're talking about Zeus versus Puck. I feel like the Tiny versus Puck is the also a scary part because that hero just gets trashed by Tiny.
It's true, especially as support. Ace in the bottom lane, though. They send the Rupture over. Ace, don't pick up that hammer, Ace. Don't you dare. Okay, the hammer just comes back to him. Gilger actually went a little bit too far, and the Maledict is taking him down. Gilger wanted to kill Ace before he died, but he won't have the chance. BetBoom unfortunately stopped once again by the rotations from Gaming Gladiators. And Gaming Gladiators, they're looking for more. Looking for a Bloodseeker. They actually hit him with Dream Cold. Good job by Boom. They join with Tofu's Paralyzing Cast. The stuns are good, but they don't have that many of them, so the Hawk, fast little Bloodseeker, will be able to get away. Noticed, now the other fast person coming with a track, hoping to hurt Boom. The Shuriken hurts, but they need one more hit, and it's going to be Thunder God's Wrath that does the trick. As Ace sends the hammer back to himself, now gets tracked. There's the Blood Right Shuriken to hopefully get the Blood Right in. They do, and Notice finishes him off. Tofu, the last target here. Tofu, Maledict's Noticed, but the Hawk and Notice are just running around Tofu. They want to get enough mana for the track. They just got it. The Hawk is getting healed. Don't die to Tofu, the Hawk, or to the tower. They're actually going to give it to Soneko, as Notice picks up even more track gold for the team.
This Bounty Hunter is totally out of control. I don't know, man. This hero is such he's so unstable. Like in some games, it feels like Bounty Hunter is total garbage, but in this lane where it's a Bristleback IO. They have no kill potential whatsoever. He's just totally out of control, and it doesn't matter that he farms slowly if you just get so many kills. I think he was a part of every kill. He is 3-0-2.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. Like I wasn't expecting the Bounty Hunter to snowball out of control like this game. I feel like Gaming Gladiators need to address this problem soon. Like they can't keep feeding him supports, right? He's just gonna be able to get a super early Ags, and then I genuinely don't think Witch Doctor 4 will do anything this game, Bowie.
Yeah, that is definitely like usually I feel like 4s are pretty good because like your tinies, your earth spirits, your snapfires, they have a lot of burst magical damage. Witch Doctor has a lot of burst physical damage. So.
Yeah, good point. I didn't even consider that part actually.
Yeah.
I guess what other 4s bring that to the table? Nothing really. Like can't think of any other 4 that's like particularly physical. Tusk maybe.
Yeah, Tusk is kind of physical. Maybe. Yeah, there's not. I guess like Earth Spirit. I'm sorry, Earth Shaker is a little bit physical, but not that much really.
Bowie crit shakers on his Shaker 4. Oh, Soneko, he is trapped here between a hog and a hard place. And I don't think Soneko's making out of this one alive. Gilger's in a small position. He gets Stream Cold, gets leashed and killed. However, Tofu might just die to the Shuriken as Noah's here to collect his pay. Taxes for Noticed. He just wants every single kill here. And get rid of Duracho. That's 3 track kills for Noticed. Going for Ace next. Do they have enough damage? Shuriken's available. They track over Boom though. Ace not tracked any longer. Noticed still chasing after him. Didn't get the crit though, unfortunately, because track wasn't up. Pick ball for Ace, and he'll be able to get out for now.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Oh, okay. He's chasing for it. Oh my God, no. This man has no chill. He almost has Ags now. And is he gonna run away? Celery's coming after him. No, Noticed. No, Celery. You can't give him any more gold. They actually do dust him. Everyone's coming in here for Notice. He gets hit by the paralyzing casket, and that's going to be him dying. But to the tower to make sure that the gold is spread among 3 heroes as opposed to a single core.
All right, that's yeah. He only needs 1 item here for the eggs, as you pointed out. I think this game is going like for the next 15 minutes. This game is really hard for Gaming Gladiators. It's only a 2k goal lead, but the bounty hunter already has everything he needs. He's already like super high leveled.
He is. Okay, there's the physical damage coming into play against 0 armor Tiny.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a game where even the physical damage is not going to be super impactful. I guess the problem is that this Tiny is Omega underfarmed, but once he gets levels, he doesn't care too much about the Death Force damage because he gets some free armor. Bounty Hunter, very high armor. Bloodseeker, pretty decently armored as well. Even the Zeus, so we'll see how much Tofu can deliver here. I really am not that confident. Right now he's also very poor, so we don't even know what he's building. I guess just Shard, maybe.
Yeah, he's building to survive right now. Just trying to exist. Maybe you even give Celery more farm priority at this point, because I think he's going to have much more utility, like you pointed out.
Yeah. I mean, so how's the eggs going? Oh, Lord, he is... He actually has a lot of farm, but he did stop for... I mean, yeah, no, he's fine. He needs half of the components here for the eggs.
I mean, but the bounty hunter already has it, right? So, I don't know. Good luck to Io, I guess. Like, seriously, 1 Shuriken, and that's half of Io's HP now.
Both supports, they're going to be so sad the whole game. They kind of have to play together, but even in that 5 versus 5, it felt like there's a lot of AoE damage, especially because of the Fatal Bonds. Oh, nice smoke breakage there by Gilger.
BetBoom, okay, Laurel takes a rune here, double damage, Noticed. Nearby. Yeah, he gets Stream Coiled, but thanks to the Hooded Defiance, he'll be perfectly fine. Goes bottom.
Oh, no, that's the...
Does he find Ace? He does track him. Shurikens him. Oh, no, you gotta hit the creep on the way out. That's what you gotta do. Creep, bounce.
Oh, they are smoking towards this B.
Do we have Shard and Zeus? We do not just yet, so it's a difficult kill. We're gonna try anyway. First is the Io. Goodbye, Io. Duracho. A little bit tankier, thanks to the Vanguard. They can track him, but they realize it's not worth it.
I really feel like this game, like it's only a 2k goal lead, but to me this is like a 70% chance of BetBoom winning. Like there's no play. The Zeus is hitting tier 1 towers. I don't see what this Witch Doctor can do. I don't see even the Dawnbreaker. Like it feels like they're so squishy on the side of Gaming Gladiators that the Solar Guardian doesn't even matter. They die before he can even show up as Ace. Yeah, Ace might be dead. Okay.
Okay, that's not Yeah, that's a bit crazy. You see, Soneko went for Veil Discord. By the way, this is actually wild. They just to amplify the bounty's damage, man.
Yeah?
Last time they did this, I saw this with Solar Blind. I never considered this because Shuriken now crits, right? I think it's the only spell that can crit. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, besides Blowthorn. Yeah, like with Blowthorn, some spells crit, but yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. But like, as in like the base spell actually crits, right, off the track. And so how it works, and I noticed that yesterday because I've never seen this interaction, is if you spell amp, it crits off the spell amp to damage, right? So it actually crits ridiculously with Solar Blind or Veil Discord.
And by the way, for all the viewers, don't dual queue with Warlock Bounty Hunter, expecting to do as well as they did here.
No, actually, dual queue with Bounty Hunter and Warlock. It's a great combo. Fatal Bonds on top of this. Don't listen to both.
Also, add me on Steam, and when you do, actually let me know you're queuing, so I can also queue.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
me too, actually. And to make sure that we have fair competition, avoid me, just to make sure that we're like on opposing teams.
Dude, one thing that I actually hate about the avoid system is that you can only avoid teammates, but you cannot avoid opponents. I think that is... Like, have you ever played against like a Smurf or something, and or like someone that's super toxic or bad, and you want to avoid on the enemy team, but you can't, and then he actually shows up in your team the next game?
I don't know, that's like every game for me. I run out of avoid slots once a day. So, it's, yeah, sure.
Wanted to avoid the server. All right, so let's focus here. Time
they broke the tether. Didn't notice this. So Celery's like, okay, he's breathing safely for now, but Bounty is just chasing after them now. He sees them, of course.
Oh my god!
I don't know how you stop him. Seriously, I feel like you're right with the 2K gold. Like, it's not so much about, oh, it's a huge gold lead. It's about the fact that Bounty Hunter got online, you weren't able to stop him, and now in combination with Azusa and Bloodseeker, they're gonna be able to run you down. Gaming Gladiators can still come back for sure, but it's a really tall order because they couldn't stop this early power spike on the Bounty.
Yeah, like if they're gonna win this game, I really feel like this is gonna be a 40, 50-minute plus game because what they need is this Bristleback to be like level 25. They just need lots of power spikes.
Okay, dies in the top lane. Duracho does get ruptured though. Blood right? Duracho's like, dude, stop.
Yeah, that's good. The eggs on the bristle. That is one of the first things they need. Oh, if they can get this bounty hunter, where's the coil? Oh, it's actually
okay, notice now he could be in trouble. That's a shard, so has a lot of damage resist now while invisible, but I don't think it's to save him. Notice is finally down. Gilger, the punching bag, also falls, and Laurel is being run down by Ace. We have a hammer in a second. Blood Right's been set up, but it's too late. They'll lose 3, and Gaming Gladiators respond with a strong punch.
Okay, this is amazing. They
70% probably.
I guess they expected the the coil being on cooldown, like something that would make the Gaming Gladiators very weak. But this Bristleback hero, as we said in the draft, is one of the S-tier heroes of the patch.
70%
And by S, I mean salami heroes.
Okay, sure. I don't know what to answer.
Salami here.
The Roche will fall now, giving it over to Boom. Who, interesting, and it's not going to be given to Duracho. I guess they just don't think Duracho can die, but they toss away Duracho. Bounty's here again. Fatal bonds him with the creeps, but that's not that useful. They want a Celery instead, and Celery only gets hit by a single shuriken. Killing the Bounty is a huge deal, though, because he's worth so much, right, that he actually gives you half the gold stolen back.
Yeah, I was checking how much he gave away. Where is it? Oh, I actually can't even see. No, that was 640. Yeah, that's pretty much... That's a lot of money at this stage of the game. Dawnbreaker has a BKB, actually. Did disassemble the Echo. Alright, I mean, they do have a couple of pieces going. Even with these Aegis, though, I think it's going to be a farming Aegis. I don't think they really... Oh, well, as I said, it's just solo boiling a Warlock.
Yeah, but careful. Ace is forced to use the BKB, and Ace heals back up. So Neko dies in the mid lane, but Ace manages to survive here. Are they going to connect here is the question. Gaming Gladiators are looking for the valuable kills. Noticed, and I think they noticed that track. Will Boom guess? Oh no, he's a core. They can't play Dust, unfortunately. So there's no way of seeing. Oh, the supports can buy. They have Dust. No, it's in trouble. There's a Rupture onto Duracho. Thunder God's Wrath, everything they can, throwing the Shuriken as well. The Hawk is ready to fight this, going for Tofu. Heals a little bit, but the Hawk manages to get the kill regardless thanks to Laurel's help. As they get rid of the Aegis here, Ace, once again tracked. They got rid of Boom's Aegis, which means Gaming Gladiators needs to take something else from this fight. They can't just lose it for free. But the enemy team is a little bit too fast.
That Zeus is becoming a problem. He gets the Nether Shaw, has Kai and Sanj with the Shard. Yeah, it does a gazillion damage, the Bristle. Problem is, right now it feels like they can't really kill him. They need a Basher on the Bloodseeker, I think. But he also doesn't have Phase Boot, so he's going back for that. And then probably Basher. I don't think there is any other item besides Skadi he could build. Smoke, alright. They don't have Golem, but they do have the Blink on Tiny, so that's a debut. They falls back on the Bristle, but they don't have the Rupture.
There's Boom coming in, Pointing Rift. Oh, okay, good. Gilgar wanted to catch him. Avalanche really strong at catching the puck here. Now it's bounty time is done, right, Bowie? Now it's time for Zeus to be my best friend. And that's when Veil comes into play as well with that shard, as you just mentioned. Oh, that little stun. Don't play around that, though. But is Bristleback strong enough to deal with the shard, is my question, Bowie? Does he have enough resistance? Is Satanic going to allow him to tank that Zeus away?
I don't think he's dying. It's one of those weird games where the Zeus can do a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter if the Bristle's is not dying and they have this IO. So it's all about whether they can kill the IO on the side of BetBoom. They really need this Bounty Hunter to constantly get some track vision. And then I really feel like the Tiny plus the Zeus can kill the IO, which is the key to killing the Bristleback later. He's even going for the hood on the IO, realizing that there's just an amazing amount of magic damage coming from the Shuriken plus the Zeus. I think that's the right call.
Yep. Also amplifies Blood right? Because Veil is just increased damage for spells.
True.
And Rupture, actually. I never thought of that. I suppose the percentage-based damage is actually kind of a big deal. Gilgar? Oh no, Gilgar. Oh no, Gilgar. What are you going to do? He's stuck. He's leashed. But a Warlock Golem to answer to this Bristleback, and Doracho is dying so quickly, healed back by Ace. But they can still finish him off. He's running around with Rupture on him. Zeus will burst him. Notice trying to tank this damage, unable to, as Ace kills him. The Golem is dealing with Tofu. Oh, but Tofu turns into a ward, so Neko just needs one more hit, and he gets it! That Golem is too strong. In the backline, Laurel trying to survive Ace's onslaught. That Mage Slayer is really screwing over with Laurel, as he can't deal as much damage as he'd like. And now Laurel in the trees trying to avoid the puck. Fires to help him, but the creeps are body blocking him. Great God of Thunder, blocked by a bunch of measly creeps.
Yeah, that was, at the end of the day, that was the right call from the Bristleback. They actually, they really kind of stretched his HP just going by himself. He took a lot of damage, but he also soaked half of the spells on BetBoom and allowed the puck to clean out later. It was nicely played. I still kind of skeptical on this Witch Doctor 4, but honestly, Gilgar is struggling so much this game. 0-5. We barely saw any Blink Eva tosses. I'm not sure. It really feels like his hero should be impactful this game, but he's not really finding openings. He's being the first point of contact, just dying early. Kind of unfortunate. I feel like if he was having a better game, this should have been easily already game for BetBoom, or at least a commanding lead, which they never got. They had the map control, but they never really successfully took a team fight this game.
Yeah, I see your point. I feel like Tiny is not having the... I mean, it's difficult, right? Because he can't Avatos the puck as consistently, right? He can kill the supports, fair enough. But the other two cores, Dawnbreaker and Bristleback, seem too hard to kill. And if you toss back either of these heroes, unless there's Rupture on them, it feels like you die, not they die, right? I want to commend Ace, though, because if you look at this build, it's the ultimate anti-magic build with BKB and now Mage Slayer. It is not to build Bloodthorn, it's just Mage Slayer to take advantage of the Starbreaker. I actually love this. It's really effective against the whole BetBoom team, particularly Bounty and Zeus.
yeah, like if you just proc this on Zeus, he's gonna be doing way less damage than normal.
He nullifies the Blood Rage.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, did he go for the Blood
Are
Rage
they
spell?
actually using Blood Rage on the Zeus? I'm
they're
not sure.
They're not. They're not.
Yeah. Yeah, carry Bloodseeker. He's
Yes,
not gonna
yes.
be really thinking about those things, but still, would be nice to see.
We always talk about this, right? Like, there's always a hype interaction. Oh, Blood Rage of the Zeus, it seems amazing. But frankly, if you're Bloodseeker and you don't Blood Rage yourself, like, it just feels terrible. You just can't fight without it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I really, I think
Wait, he breaks coil, Blood Rage to protect him, but unfortunately he didn't go invisible, so he takes full damage from that. That's Rupture. Okay. That's like a welcome Rupture, I suppose. And they're fighting this. BetBoom, they're fighting this. They want to punish. Ace is the target. He has BKB still, though. And they lost their Rupture. They actually found the puck here, and the damage is high, but is it enough to kill off the puck? They calculate Blood Rage. Oh, he doesn't jump! He juked him! Never mind. He didn't juke shit. The Hawk just catches him with his thirst speed.
I actually really like the Satanic second item, the Bristleback. It's not that common. Usually you see, either BKB first, even Basher sometimes, but just to take the Fatal Bonds out, it's so much value. And, you don't want to go Lotus Orb on a carry Bristle.
Yep.
So that's like the greediest he can go while still having a Dispel. I really like this.
Yeah, I like your point, actually. Because I always thought about it just as the healing against the Zeus. Obviously very good. Just out-tank him, right? With between that and the Mage Slayer, just mitigating damage. But the Fatal Bonds, and also Track, right? You also get rid of Track.
Exactly. It's really good. It doesn't really cost any mana as well. So, like, oh, what about Manta? Yeah, like, this hero is super mana hungry. And, yeah, obviously, you don't really get that much value, unfortunately, for Bristle. His illusions are trash.
Yeah. Also, I feel like, Manta is a kind of a waste on Bristle, right? Because they don't expel bottom
people used to
influence.
say Manta was a waste on Timbersaw in the past.
I would say that still might be a waste sometimes.
No, it's definitely a waste. It's only against Grimstroke.
Yes.
It's still pretty.
And it's only if
pretty
you're Amar.
fighty.
Actually, Amar will just be like, oh, there's a silence? Manta. No question about it. I'm Mantaing every single game. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. But now he is going back for that BKB. He got very lucky here. That Titan's Liver, dude, that's by far the best neutral item he could get on Bristle as well.
Yep.
Magic Crest. Do we have any Pog neutrals here? There is a Philly on the Witch Doctor. And there is...
There is also a dead Witch Doctor. They've up to the Bristle.
He has the ward.
Over Witch Doctor, Gilgert. He's going to die. At least the golem to finish off Tofu. So it's 4 for 4. As, in comes Ace. Hoping to kill Soneko. Ghost Hunter will save Soneko for now, but the puck just hunts him down. And Ace runs over to the high ground. Gilgo falls onto the puck. They use the Nimbus as well, and Boom has been bursted. Gaimin Gladiators, they regret the choice to fight here, as they just lost their mid laner for free, and they could still lose more. They've been tracked. Or they tried to reset the fight, actually. You have 2 tanky cores still available. Ace goes ham, goes for the tiny first. Boom buys back, actually. A toss over Ace to the Hawk, but it's a BKB. The Hawk doesn't want to fight against a BKB Dawnbreaker. Dreamcoil catches the Hawk. He's been stunned now. The Hawk can't get away. He is going to die. Gaimin Gladiators resetting the fight effectively, baiting out with a buyback from Boom, and now looking for notice, perhaps. But he's invisible. They can't see him.
Yeah, really clutch buyback there. They actually had to burst the Warlock and they used a lot of spells, so the fight kind of started awkward. But with the buyback, they clean up. They know that they're heavily cooldown based with the Rupture and the Lose ulti. And now this is a free Roche.
Yep. This comes with a shard as well, which I would honestly give it to Bristle. Or is it fuck? There we go, Bristle.
There we
I
go.
think the hairball is incredible at dealing with like backliners like Zeus, because it starts slowing them down. You force them to use an escape early or even a dispel.
Honestly, I would love to see it on Celery, because I think he amplifies his damage more. But Hairball is pretty good as well. Who thinks of giving your 5 a shard? Of course, it's going to be the carry.
Yeah, that's true.
The Bourgeois.
The what?
Is that how you call it? Bourgeois?
Bourgeoisie?
Yes, that's what I wanted to say.
Well, how do you say it in Portuguese?
Burguesia.
Yeah, same in Spain. Burguesia. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but in English it's just a French word, Bowie. That's it. You have to understand that at one point, English, like when you get to the top 10% of words, the vocabulary, it's just all French. That's how it works.
I see.
Yeah.
Give me another top 10% more then.
No, the voyage is also French. Visage is French.
Oh, that's French? I didn't know voyage was French.
Anything with AGE is pretty much French.
Okay.
Duracho.
Briscoe.
Duracho, brother. I think, yeah, there we go. There's the BKB. Oh no, he got ruptured. Plan B, BKB TP. There we go. Plan B works. And the IO came by for a little bit of healing and a relocate. Oh, Celery's such a bro. He just wanted to make sure Bristleback doesn't die here.
Helping.
Wait, Boom is here. They're trying to counter initiate on this. They're actually fighting this. Everyone's a bro. They fight together. They win together. And apparently, they might also lose this team fight together because Celery's already dying. Duracho, though, is in the middle of this fight. And Boom had a buyback had a H the whole time. The Hawk just lost his BKB. Duracho's a little bit too scary. And goes Ace, hoping for Laurel. Reset with the Golem. Going for Tofu next. Hoping to just kill the support with his Golem, but Soneko's Golem is being torn to shreds. Gaming Gladiators, they might have not had the best fight, but they at least can take objectives from this, and they forced a lot of resources from the enemy.
True. Yeah, that was... I'm not sure if that was miscommunication or 5D chess, because he TPs out, but then they relocate. I guess, like, they were baiting. They're like, oh, no, that was a mistake, or I relocated. And suddenly they come back with the Bristle, but that also meant he didn't have BKB for the whole fight, so... Not sure how valuable that was, even if it was intentional. But as you said, they do take the tower, but lose the Aegis. This could be a timing for BetBoom if they didn't have to use the chaotic offering. They might just stretch a fight anyways, because it's not like that Golem does too much. They will have Rupture. They will have Thunder God's Wrath in 30.
Yep. Oh, there's the Rupture toss. Finally the combo. Yeah, we're gonna see it.
Double damage with Bristle.
Yeah, still a little bit scary, and in fact, Gilger's just gonna die for free. Duracho going for Soneko next. Ghost Scepter will save Soneko for a couple of seconds, but Drinkle did catch the Bloodseeker. Just run towards him. Run towards the Hawk. Cancel his TP. The damage is so high. They don't even need a stun here. Notice in a similarly bad position. At least he has BKB to save himself from the stun. But that's not gonna be sufficient from the slows. As the BKB ends and his life ends with it. Soneko together with him as well. Gaming Gladiators is just going to take down 4. Zeus is left to live, but he didn't have any impact in that fight.
Bristleback is very strong. That's all I can say. Like they have a Witch Doctor 4. I think up until this Lotus Orb, the hero doesn't really bring that much to the table. But you just have Bristle Io killing everyone. It's just I have no words. I'm kind of impressed that the Bounty Hunter at the end of the day didn't do as well. Like, he got the super early egg.
70%, Bowie.
I mean, it was 70%, but... Dude, this Tiny is 0-9. If this was South America, that Tiny would be 12-0. I really feel like this was a game that Tiny could have shined more.
I see. You're pitting this on poor Gilger. Okay. Blame the stand-in.
No, I'm not saying Gilger. I'm blaming the region. Okay.
Wow, that's worse. That's worse, Bowie. You are digging a hole very deep right now, my friend.
Oh no. Oh god. But yeah, this was a very interesting voyage throughout Bristleback. This hero will probably be banned game 2. I think. I really feel like it's they tried to 24 that. Bounty as a counter, and it worked in the lane, but I'm not sure how well it does if you eventually get behind. That's really the problem. Bristleback can get behind, he farms really quickly, he eventually gets objectives, gets Roche. The Bounty is only good at one thing, and that is stealing gold.
Yeah. I will say, I do feel, I will add to your tiny point, not to blame Gilger necessarily, just the team coordination as a whole, that I was expecting it to be Rupture Toss every single fight to initiate, right? On anything. It doesn't have to be the Bristle, honestly. I think Bristle's probably the worst target. Like, you Rupture Toss maybe the IO, but it felt like they were either torn between rupturing the Bristle and actually getting a kill with Rupture Toss, and also they just didn't seem to value it as much. Like, you saw it towards the end, it dealt a fair amount of damage, but I think Bristle's now a little bit too farmed. But every single fight we saw Toss for support and Rupture the Bristle, right? Instead. Which is an odd way to initiate the fight when this combo is so strong.
Yeah, another aspect is that they're actually all putting so much physical damage to the Bristle that the Hawk actually stopped for a plate mail before he built the Scotty. So the timing was delayed. I think if the Scotty was a little bit earlier, he could have probably killed Diracho with the toss you were talking about. If they could actually get the Rupture toss with the Scotty on top of it. They do have it now, but this is a 30k goal lead. It's definitely not going to be an easy task for BetBoom. I guess, you can always steal a little bit for yourself. So, if you want to have a hero on the opposing side when you're 30k gold behind, it's maybe Bounty Hunter. Just keep stealing. It's infinite money. Infinite value.
I mean,
you don't seem very.
I'm not very convinced by this, just because I think that okay, money, but I want to see some team fight right from BetBoom, or something to scale. I felt like the Zeus would. I thought the Zeus would scale better, honestly, on this team and deal a lot with the Bristleback thanks to his shard. Bristleback kind of seems unstoppable with the IO. I just don't think they have enough damage anymore.
I mean, he's 5-3, but that's the thing. Like, he does a lot of damage, especially because he's against those tanky heroes. But you need to kill people for the damage to be meaningful, and that is the one thing Bounty Hunter kind of struggles. When everyone is very low HP, he can just solo kill them and chase them down. But if Gaimin Gladiators are together, they do have a lot of heal. As we talked about, they have the Wraith Pact reducing the damage as well. It becomes a harder task, but they're smoked. This could be it.
Oh, there's a Thunder God's Wrath. Okay. Ignore Bristle, that's the plan. Let's go. It seems to be working, but unfortunately Celery's not dying. Now Celery's close to dying. There we go. The Hawk finally gets him, thanks to Spotlight as well. So this is the start of a good fight, potentially, especially if Boom joins in the Nimbus. But Ace, in the backlines, breaking this fight completely. Duracho, not afraid of fighting without Io. It seems like he's just going to run down Notice. Doesn't see Notice because he's up Corn. Doesn't have Dust anymore. And Zeus, the damage starting to pile on. Notice just died by accident as Duracho killed him with Quill Sprays. Celery joins back so they can push here. Gaimin Gladiators don't know the meaning of the word retreat. They don't see the point of this. They already spent their buybacks. Gilder is here, though, but there is no Rupture for another 30 seconds. Duracho will continue to push. And the upheaval actually sends him away. He's a little bit afraid of getting caught in a bad position. No BKB, no Dispel either for the upheaval, so just needs to make sure he can retreat in time.
Yeah, the toss back is the scary part there for sure. And I mean, you talked about it in the draft, right? You were kind of skeptical that IO was allowed to be picked.
Yes.
And maybe you're right. I think they were banking on just being able to kill Celery every fight, and they did kill him in that fight. But it meant the Bloodseeker used BKB to get that kill. They also used Rupture.
Yep.
If you're using all of that to kill a 5, the fights are probably not going to go in your favor, especially when you're 30k gold behind.
I just think it's a little bit too late for that play to come out, right? Like, I thought you should have done it in the beginning, where Io was actually killable. I mean, I thought the Ags would just actually kill the Io, honestly, by accident sometimes.
Yeah, he's a tanky boy. Has Mac, has Pipe. Very tanky indeed. And the smoke, I don't think it's going to clip anyone. They went way too deep.
Yeah. It's okay, Bowie. Even if the smoke finds nobody, remember it's 70% in favor of BetBoom, so we're good, guys. Don't worry. If you're a BetBoom fan...
God, they're not going to let that go, all right? They're not going to let that go. Okay.
Oh, look, actually, this is an interesting play. So they couldn't find anyone to smoke. I think that was probably meant for a team fight. So instead they go for an objective on Roche. Not bad.
Better than I expected, but they're losing barracks, my friend.
Oh no. They didn't calculate this part. Go, Zeus, defend! Oh no! Oh, Bristle hits too hard! 4 hits and the backs are done. Upheaval. Yes, Soneko. Make Ace slow. Oh. There's the Thunder.
They're gonna get Roche.
They are gonna get Roche.
They will get it.
They will get it. Take the axe. There we go. Percentage-based damage. No, actually, give it to the Warlock, please. No, I'm joking. Give it to the Warlock, please.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Never ever use Bloodseeker Ags unless you're throwing them.
They're saying Blood Mist is not a great ability.
Man, you know how you know it's not a great ability? Then the last update, Valve thought it was a shard.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, so at that point,
you know what? If they want to make this good, just make this like instead of thirst heal bonus, just make it like heal reduction, right? That's how you make things OP dispatch.
Yeah, I guess so.
Heal reduction.
Duracho, he seems OP dispatch. Okay, at least he's going to be silenced, so he can't keep... Oh, never mind. They don't even really need him to use the Quill Sprays. There's the toss to save him. but unfortunately lost the Aegis midair. I think the Maledict took him down as Ace brings down both supports in a single Starbreaker. The Bloodseeker will now fall. And it seems like this is over for BetBoom, but they do have one last try. Notice activates his BKB to save himself with a puck. Duracho sees the GG. There's no reason for them to push it any further. Gaimin Gladiators will take this game against all odds. They will beat BetBoom in the first game of the series.
It's 70% chance. Yeah.
Yes, they beat them, dude. That 30% for Gaimin Gladiators. What a team.
Yeah, they definitely recovered well. It was looking pretty gruesome, but they took some great fights. I do feel like Gaimin Gladiators draft was easier to execute. You know, it's just group around this, bristleback. Usually, you would expect the Fatal Bonds to be a huge counter to that, and in a lot of fights, it proved to be very effective. But they just got in a farm. The Lotus Orb came out. The Satanic came out. Tofu just got a lot of levels. They had a crazy amount of healing, so it was definitely hard for BetBoom to really burst people. I think if this Tiny had a better game, could have been the case. Also, there's not a lot of lockdown. This Bounty Hunter offers very little, and then it's only the Golem and like Avalanche. Those are the stuns that they had. So a little bit hard to get on top of the people they want to kill, and thus the Puck can thrive. The Io can survive a little bit longer, and in longer fights, I really feel like Gaimin Gladiators had the upper hand.
Yeah, for sure. It did seem like, I think some of their aspects, I think you did point out that Tiny were not as well utilized into that mid game, and usually BetBoom was this like super efficient team. They take a small amount of advantage and just roll with it, right? But this game, I mean, I questioned the draft, right? No steroids for Bounty Hunter. That Axe came at a good timing. I was very impressed, but still, there was nothing to really boost up the Axe to make it a ridiculous spell like we saw with the Coddle, for example, right? And he wasn't like Collapse when he played it, for example, in Riyadh, where he just played as a supporter, right? And he went for auras afterwards. This was supposed to be the core part of their strategy, and they didn't really transition into Zeus or Bloodseeker taking over. But well done by Gaimin Gladiators. Hopefully the second game BetBoom will ban all the heals if they're expecting a bristleback, because otherwise it's going to be really tough to bring this guy down. For now, we're taking a small
heals.
Yeah, just ban the heals. For now, we'll be taking a small break and come back with game 2 shortly between BetBoom and Gaimin Gladiators. See you guys soon.